and welcome to the 34th Annual PROSE Awards. My name is John Jenkins, and I am the chairman of the awards. I have had the great privilege now of chairing these awards ceremonies for 2 years. This is my second year, and I am delighted to welcome not only all of you who are watching it today live, but also those who will see it later on our website, proseawards.com, and on YouTube. We very much are in the 21st century, folks, and you're going to see that from the scope and breadth of the great works that we have to celebrate today, both in print and in electronic. So we relaunched the PROSE Awards last year to a great acclaim and a record number of entries in 2008, and I'm pleased to tell you that in 2009 we also had an even greater number of entries than ever before. It's lived up to its name again of affirming that we are the American Publishers Awards for Professional and Scholarly Excellence, the leading awards program in this great field that we are in. It doesn't happen without the help of a lot of people in the AAP and in the industry, and I would just like to take a moment to recognize some of them right now. And first and foremost is Kate Kolenda of the AAP staff. Kate is up front. She makes running this awards program look very, very easy. It is not. It is a lot of moving parts. And Kate, I applaud you and thank you so much. And as I said last year, get ready to do it all over again next week. It's a year-long process. We also had a dedicated group of 16 judges again this year, and those judges are listed on a leaflet that is on every table. I ask you to, if you see one of these judges at your table, to thank them on our collective behalf. They do a fantastic job, and they take this responsibility so seriously. If you had been in the judging room, you would have also seen how intensely and passionately some of them feel for the books that they advocate. A very, very outstanding process. And finally, I want to thank the PROSE Awards Organizing Committee. We have a very small group that does the planning for these awards each year. Meyer Cutts, Henry Tom, and Nigel Fletcher Jones. I know all three of them are here today. And gentlemen, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Great work. Thank you very much. So we continued to do the things that we did last year, including opening this for not only to AAP members, but to members of the AAUP, University Presses. We received 441 entries. We received more entries than ever before from AAP member companies, more entries from university presses than ever, and more electronic awards than ever before. Henry Tom from Johns Hopkins University Press, who's one of our judges at the outset of the judging process, said to us all in his own very quiet way, but very affirming, this may be the year that a Hawkins prize is given to an electronic product. That would be truly historic and also emblematic of what is happening in our industry. We'll wait and see if that happens. I cannot tell you. So walking into that judging room, though, it was very, very apparent the great level of scholarship and ambition that all of us have. So today we celebrate all that in an industry that is very, very dominant on the American cultural scene and growing. We are bigger than theatrical motion pictures, bigger by 3 times than the ever-shrinking recording industry, and these are our Oscars and our Grammys. The only difference is that instead of Steve Martin and Alec Baldwin, you have me and Tom Allen. And aren't you lucky? So I'd like to introduce the CEO of the Association of American Publishers, Tom Allen. Before I bring him to the stage, and Tom, by the way, is going to be helping me present the awards later this afternoon, Before I bring him to the stage, I want to tell you I was lucky enough to spend some time with him in New York when we were doing the judging in January. Tom attended the judging and also came to dinner with the judges on the first of the 2 days that we were meeting there. One of the things that I know is that Tom is a real supporter of this awards program and of this industry. The other thing that I will tell you from now putting my CQ hat on is that Tom is also a formidable fundraiser for his 6 campaigns for the United States Senate and 1 for the United States House of Representatives and 1 for the U.S. Senate. He showed himself to be a very formidable fundraiser. Tom, that is going to stand you in very good stead with this group, I will tell you. So here is Tom Allen, former member of Congress and now the CEO of the AAP. Please welcome Tom.
Thank you, John, and welcome to all of you here today. I want to begin by thanking John Jenkins. He heads this committee. He has done a fabulous job of running the committee, and I just want to say, John, thank you. We couldn't do this without your enthusiasm and commitment, so thank you very, very much. In addition, I do want to mention, in addition to Kate Kolenda, I wanted to say thank you to Sarah Pinto on our staff and John Tagler, who runs PSP for us. Both of them have worked very hard as well, and so thank you, all of you on the AAP staff. And I will be very brief, but I have to say that when I walked into the judging room in New York with all of the judges there and these very long tables piled high with books, I thought to myself, how does anyone read even parts of so many books to get a grip on what they are like? But it was a very dedicated group of people, and I could say, and as I walked around, I thought, I'd like to read that, I'd like to read that, I'd like to read that, but it's probably not to be. You will read some of them, I will read some of them, and but I know this, that the books that have been nominated, the books that have been being recognized, are extraordinary contributions to human knowledge. And I am looking to get my mind around as many of them as I can after today. But I thank you for coming. I hope that the entire conference is of great use, and welcome you here. Thanks.
You're coming back up later. Yep. So we have another special guest today, and you'll be meeting him later. That's Dan Hawkins, the son who's also sitting at our head table. He's the son of Reginald Robert Hawkins, the namesake of the Hawkins Award. He'll be presenting the 2009 R.R. Hawkins Award later in this program. And finally, we're going to be premiering a new film. You saw a film last year called The Mind of the Judge. This year we have PROSE 2009, Publishers on Publishing. And what we tried to do in that film is go to a handful of publishing companies across the gamut of our industry, university press, society, commercial publisher, and try to understand both how they selected how they selected the entries that they later became winning entries of PROSE, but also how they approached the business of publishing and the art of publishing. And I think you're going to be fascinated by the results that we have there. We took 5 hours of video and condensed it into 5 minutes. So it was very hard to condense that into 5 minutes, but we did our very, very best. So I'm going to ask you now to enjoy your meal. I'll be back up in a few minutes to introduce another part of our program. So thank you very much.